Why would anyone buy an Apple TV when smart TVs already exist, right? That's the question that everyone asks me when they're skeptical on buying an Apple TV. But the thing is, the Apple TV is underrated, like very underrated. In fact, it's one of my favorite Apple devices in the Apple ecosystem. I think there's a lot of reasons on why you might want an Apple TV, starting off with hardware improvement. Reality is, no matter what TV you currently just bought, let's say you spent over $7,000 in a 4K HD OLED super thin TV, the truth is the processor in that TV sucks. You see, what's awesome about an Apple TV is the chipset itself, because no matter how many years pass by, your TV experience will remain the same. It will feel snappy, since the same chipset of the Apple TV is actually being used on iPhone. So you can do anything you want on an Apple TV. You can even game on it. But sometimes the best things are sometimes the simplest, right? Sometimes you open Apple TV Plus, you open Netflix, and it just open. And on standard smart TVs, whenever you tap and open, it's slow, it's laggy, and especially over the years, it only gets worse. And on the Apple TV, it's the opposite. You've got tvOS, which even has software updates, which brings tons of really cool features, which we're gonna get into that later. The Apple TV also reaches higher resolutions than any smart TV out there, with HDR and Dolby Vision. The image quality that you get out of an Apple TV is outstanding. And the cool thing about it is that you can even calibrate your TV's colors with your iPhone. Something that with a standard TV, it's a hassle to do, and most people don't do it anyway. But the Apple TV makes it so intuitive to do that, which makes anyone with an iPhone and simply popping your iPhone to the TV, it's just that simple. Reason number 2 on why you might need an Apple TV is the Apple ecosystem integration. This is obviously not a surprise, but it's little things like having FaceTime on Apple TV. You simply prop up your iPhone on your TV and you can literally share and watch a movie with your friends and family from a different country and actually watch the movie together. Or maybe you want to do a Zoom meeting on your Apple TV. You can do that as well. You've also got AirPlay, so you can actually share your screen from your iPhone or from your iPad directly on the TV. Or maybe you want to open up a photo from your iPhone to your Apple TV when you've got friends over. Maybe you want to show them, the photos of your trip. You simply tap AirPlay and it's automatically on the big screen. And it's also little things like being able to connect your AirPods by just a tap. You simply put your AirPods on and a little notification on the top right will be like, do you want to listen with your AirPods? Tap this button, you tap it, and you're automatically connected with your AirPods, AirPods Max. And talking about AirPlay as well, you can actually connect your full-on Sonos setup with spatial audio and Dolby Atmos support. And it's so easy to install, and it all works with AirPlay. And it just works so well, and it's just so easy to use. Can you connect wireless headphones on a standard smart $7,000 TV? Yes. Is it complicated? Yes, as well. You've also got Find My Remote, which is a feature that you open up the Find My app, and if you lose your remote on your couch, it will redirect you just like an AirTag to exactly where that is, which is awesome. You've also got features in the ecosystem like Siri. Being able to directly talk to Siri on your TV is very useful for a lot of things. First off, Siri might not be the smartest, but she is very smart and very useful, especially on the TV. I was actually talking about this to my girlfriend, which Siri simply always works on the TV. Things like you can ask, you're watching a movie and you can be like, what did he say? And Siri will actually rewind that scene 15 seconds and will automatically turn on subtitles, for example. You can ask Siri, show me movies from Leonardo DiCaprio, and Siri will pop up tons of movies from Leonardo DiCaprio. You can ask Siri to play, pause. And what's cool about the Apple ecosystem is that you can even ask the HomePod in your living room to play or pause, not just on the remote, but on HomePods on your home, and it will interact. The HomePod with the Apple TV, it all just works together. And also the obvious from an Apple TV is that you've got the entire Apple ecosystem services, such as Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Fitness Plus, Apple Arcade, which if you actually use those services, having it on the big screen, having Apple Fitness Plus on the big screen so you can actually work out, having Apple Music on the big screen so you can actually listen to music with all the HomePods on your home, being able to play games with Apple Arcade if you actually use it, having it on the big screen is amazing. And then you've got the Apple App Store on the TV, which you can actually download games, apps, and all that stuff, which you can actually download the software updates for all of those apps with ease. Which once again, can your smart TV download apps? Yes. Is it hard to update those apps? Yes as well. And are there that many apps on smart TVs? Definitely not. So I think the App Store itself on tvOS actually does a very good job. I actually made a video on my favorite apps on the Apple TV, so if you want to watch that, links in the description. Reason number 3 would be HomeKit and Smart Home, because you can actually use your Apple TV as a home hub, meaning that you can actually interact with your smart home no matter where you are in the world. A HomeKit hub basically means that if I'm in Spain and I go to New York, I can literally open the door from my home, from New York, internationally to my home, thanks to my Apple TV, since it's actually acting like a home hub. I mean, if you've got a smart home, you know how important it is to actually have a smart hub. Let's say you're going home in the winter and you actually want to turn on the heat. Well, you can turn on the heat before you actually head home, since you can actually interact with your smart home without needing to be inside of your smart home. You've also got compatibility with all of your home cameras. So if you've got security cameras in your home, you'll actually get notified on the top right of the screen. Or where it's really useful is if you're actually watching a movie and someone actually rings your HomeKit doorbell, you'll get a little notification on the top right that someone's there. You can see who's there, and you can even talk to that person directly from your Apple TV remote. That's something that's also very handy for those of us who love smart homes. I think the next reason on why people love the Apple TV itself is the whole package on everything that I just said. And at the end of the day, it's just a very good streaming device. At the end of the day, you want an Apple TV probably to just watch movies. And being able to navigate through your TV in the most beautiful UI Apple has probably ever made. It's simple to use, it's stunning. The quality, both on audio with incredible sound quality, if you have a decent setup, is incredible. The video quality is incredible. You've got very crisp colors, making your actual very expensive TV experience make that even better is also amazing. Or even for people who have cheap TVs, simply putting an Apple TV could potentially bring a lot more color to your movies and series. The remote is something that Apple has fixed over the years, and it's amazing once again to have Siri. It's very useful to actually scroll just like the iPod, and you can actually go back or go front. Overall, I just think it's a perfect addition to any smart home, especially if you're inside of the Apple ecosystem. If you want to know how to make your Apple TV really useful, you can watch this video right here, or if you're new to the channel and I kind of convinced you on buying an Apple TV, you could probably hit subscribe right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.